In this video, I'm going to show you how you can design an amazing life through the magic of short-term rentals. So this game has changed my life for sure. And as you can see, I stand here in one of my apartments in Dubai because now I have a business in Dubai. I have used my experience in the short-term rental game, starting with one unit and building it up to over 300 right now in 3 years, to actually operate in a different country. But the reason that I came here was because I used to live here and I absolutely love the place. So I wanted to come here more. I wanted to spend more time here. And therefore I used my business to design my life. And you can do the same with short-term renting. First and foremost, you got to get going. And I would encourage you to get going in your local area. So for me, that was Newcastle. I got started, I found my feet, I started to make some profit, and then I started to reinvest that profit in the same area over and over again. Once I got comfortable with that, I then started to expand. So I started to go into Durham, Sunderland, and just push a bit more into the northeast, but a bit further away from where I was physically based. Because what you will actually find when you start to scale and you start to leverage people is that you do not need to be where the properties are. If you've got good systems and processes, which we're talking about in this series, we're going to show you what's required, then you can actually run a business from anywhere in the world. So as I have scaled this business and as I have gone through the motions of systems and processes and really started to figure out how you can use people for your benefit and also for their benefit by investing in them, giving them a job, showing them skill sets, you can basically go anywhere in the world with the magic of short-term renting. And for me, this was Dubai, and now I look to expand further as I want to explore more areas. I really want to spend a lot more time in the US. I've always had this drive and passion to want to spend more time there. Don't know why, but I just have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my business to set up probably franchisees there and maybe some partners there. And then when I get a bit more traction there myself, then I might also invest there myself in the multi-unit family sort of setup that you see in the US that we don't find in the UK. That is perfect for short-term renting because blocks of flats work incredibly well for short-term renting in the UK, and I know fine well they do in the US as well, and many other places around the world. This tower that I'm currently sat in, we have 5 in here. We have 16 in a tower in downtown. We have many blocks of flats. Now, don't get me wrong, Dubai is very much built in terms of towers, as you can see behind me. A lot of people live in towers and there's a lot of big buildings. But in the UK and here, it works extremely well because you can get the economies of scale on the operation. You've got cleaning teams in those towers regularly, daily, and you can, when you own them all, you can put storage units in them as well. Then your linen arrangement is a lot easier and your costs reduce. So there's so many benefits of operating in towers, and that's why I want to go to the States, because I believe that the multi-unit family model out there is great for short-term renting. So use the business to design your life. Now, not only do I use it to travel, I use it to help me get fitter and healthier. I buy myself time back. It allows me the freedom to spend a few hours a day in the gym, and that allows me to actually produce better in terms of my activity levels at work. It also helps me feel great. It also helps me, show up with a positive vibe every day and just have much better energy, which I think is super important in business because so many people build businesses and actually burn themselves out. They don't focus on their self-care. And if you do that, you will end up in a sticky situation. I've actually been there personally, and it's not great. And it has a huge impact on your business. A lot of people think that by spending 2 hours in the gym or focusing on their nutrition is a waste of time, and they haven't got the time and they need to be putting those hours into their business. That is not true. By actually focusing on that time, by making your mind stronger, by making your body feel better, by giving yourself better energy levels, by preparing your food better, and by increasing your cardiovascular fitness, you can actually operate better. You will be more focused when you're at work, so you can actually work less and ultimately earn more because you'll be more productive. And that again is another specific life design factor that I've done and will continue to do as it continues to serve me. So this game offers so much because of the freedom. Another great thing about it is, I'm speaking to you now on this mobile phone. This mobile phone is my business. I can be anywhere in the world and I can run my business from that mobile phone. And when you have that luxury and you're not tied to anywhere, you can come to amazing places like this. You can spend lots of time. You can, go on holiday for 4, 5, 6 weeks, and you can work while you're there. There's so many positives by being in a remote setup and make sure that your business is run on automation with good people behind the scenes, and that you can do it from your mobile phone. And for me, short-term renting gives all of that. Not only do we have the increased revenue versus managing tenants, but we can go into strategies such as rental arbitrage, rent to rent, and it allows us to acquire a lot of property quickly, which allows us to build cash flow, and then from that cash flow we can invest it in our own assets. You can build these businesses which are automated, and obviously then you can travel the world. You can base yourself anywhere. You do not need to be tied down to one specific place. And as you've seen from my journey, you can actually then decide where you want to open up offices so that you can go there, you can visit those places, you can experience those places. And life is about creating experiences. And if we're not creating experiences, then what is the point? There is no point just hitting the grind and then getting to 65, 70 and realizing that your life has passed. We are only here once. So experiences are the things that we will remember, not the money, not the cars, not the houses, experiences. So create your own experiences. The only downside to that is you're going to need money to do that in the main, and therefore you can use your business to create those experiences. And that is why I'm so passionate about this game, and that's why I would advocate that anybody starts up or scales as quick as they possibly can by investing in themselves and understanding how it works. That is why I'm putting this 30-day series together, because I want to inspire so many more people to get into this game. I can't take all the properties, I wish I could. I can't take all the countries, I wish I could. There's so much available for everybody. In every city there are hundreds of operators. That means you can be one of those operators. It is not saturated. You will make money if you do it correctly and you have the right guidance. As always, please feel free to drop me a comment. I will respond to them, and subscribe to the channel to make sure that you do get the next video in the series.